Hey guys, welcome back to another reading over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. This evening we're going to be doing a reading for all those people that are born in the year of the ox. So we're going to see what your cards have to say for you this week. Let's jump straight to it. Let's see where we're going or where we've been or how things are. And we're going to pick three of these. We're going to take this one from the bottom. We're going to take this one from the middle. We're going to take this one from the top. What have we got? Three blacks. Not a great start, huh? Not a great start at all, my lovely ox people. Let's see what's going on. Of course, black's not always doom and gloom. Doesn't look all doom and gloom, but you're feeling a little bit stuck. Feeling a little bit stuck. Things aren't moving, are they, as good as you thought they would? Potentially with just temporary things, but still, you were hoping for a little bit more. Maybe. Things aren't moving or things are standing still. Or you've had the highlight of your moment. Like, things have gone really, really, really great, and now you expect them to stay that way, but they can't stay that way, I'm afraid. You know? Sometimes, you have to take a step out of the spotlight for other people to stand in that spotlight. But that's not necessarily what this is. This is just, things aren't necessarily going the way that you want them to go or as expected. I think realistically, you're kind of lacking the freedom to explore your own creativity. You've got ideas, but you can't share them. You can't put them out there. There's things that you want to do and things that you can do, but now is not quite the time. You're going to get a little bit impatient, I think. I think you're going to get a little bit impatient, and that's saying something for an ox person, because ox people have the patience of, well, they're the most patient people that I know, or at least some of the most patient people from the Chinese Zodiac. So your patience is wearing thin, and I think that's got something to do with your own stubbornness. Like, you've chosen to be stubborn in this. You've chosen to take this role, this job, this responsibility. You've decided to do it. It's just not turned out the way you really wanted it to. Yeah, it's okay though. I don't see it as a necessarily bad thing. Horses and oxes do get along to some degree. I just think that maybe you're just getting sick and tired of people cutting corners, and you know that you can do better because you would have done it properly. You're just sick and tired of people cutting corners, taking the mick, and maybe you're just picking up the pieces of, like, other people's messes simply because nobody else can be bothered to do it. So you have to do it. Not that you want to do it, but you're going to do it. And that's sort of annoying you a little bit, picking up the pieces of other people's mess. But you need to stick to your own proven path. You do need to stick to that proven path because you know it better than anybody else. You may be stubborn, but you're dedicated, you're persistent, you know where you're going, you know the direction, and you're going to take it slower than other people. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just things aren't going the way you wanted them to or as quickly as you wanted them to, and you're losing patience in that. You're getting a little bit impatient. Maybe. I mean, you might not be getting impatient, but you're definitely getting agitated, a bit frustrated with things, a bit short-tempered. And I think that's the thing you've got to look at right now, is that you don't want to be too short-tempered because you're going to run yourself into the ground a little bit, running around in circles and not getting anywhere. There's a catalyst card there for you as well. That sheep, and the ox and the sheep, unfortunately, they are not the best as of friends. They are actually on the conflict line right there. And that conflict line obviously plays a part in this, because that catalyst card coming in isn't going to be changes that you are particularly comfortable with. I don't think you're going to like this change, and I think it's because you get set in your ways, don't you, ox people? You get very kind of, you like things like routine. You like the sort of comfortability of knowing what's going to happen next. You like to have a to-do list or a schedule, and things are going to change and throw you off of this. This could be a time for spontaneous wit, or the need to basically act a little bit different than you usually would. Change your perspective, and maybe be open a little bit more to negotiation. I mean, you don't have to let people persuade you or change your mind. Just compromise a little bit, and you might actually get somewhere a little bit quicker. I think today is a good day to stop procrastinating and just take that leap of faith. And if that means kind of compromising, negotiating and indulging in conversation or communication to comprehend things, definitely is the time to do that. Definitely. This is now the time to just move into that kind of, right, I'm a team player, not the team leader kind of mentality. Yeah. You are in a place where you're losing patience. I really get that. I kind of feel that, because the ox and the sheep, their incompatibility lies because the ox loses patience with the sheep so much. And I think this has got something to do with something that's, as I say, it's something that you're not shy about. It's something you can handle, and it's more of an infuriation. It's more of an irritation than anything else. I think that it's just winding you up a little bit. Try not to let it wind you up. Try not to let it get the best of you. That conflict card coming in here is a catalyst card for change. Whether that's good or bad, I mean, who knows? We can't say that for definite, but we do know that it's in the negative sheep. So that sheep being your conflict doesn't bode well for you. It doesn't bode well for the future, but that doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Some of these things can be not so much a blessing, but more of a lesson instead, you know? Take the lesson, try and learn the lesson, try and get what you can from it. That goat card coming into play there being a catalyst means changes, it's on its way and it's inevitable no matter how stubborn you want to be. You can deny it's happening, deny its existence, but it's not going to change a thing. Not a thing. We're going to move straight into this pig card now. Boom, another catalyst card, black sheep, and we're stagnant. We have come to a standstill. Not great. Not great at all. And I think this is simply because you just don't know which way to go in the sense of dealing with the people or the person or the thing that you're up against. Like how you would usually approach this has kind of left you stumped because that's not going to work. You're going to have to change your approach. You're going to have to change your perspective. You're going to have to take time to just sit back and actually reflect on this. A bit of meditation, my lovely ox people, a bit of meditation might help you in this. Because this isn't going to be good for your health in the long run. You're mentally and emotionally wearing yourself out, trying to jump through hoops, or trying to go against the tide. I don't know if that's the best course of action for you. Potentially why all these cards are in the negative black space there, and potentially why that conflict card has come up in a way that it's saying, hey, this is a conflict. This is a catalyst that is going to create waves. Are you prepared for this? And are you prepared for it? Are you prepared for these waves? Because you've got a very strong boat there, my lovely ox people. But is it up to the challenge? And I think time is going to tell. And I think this could have an effect on your health a little bit. This could really turn things around for you if you keep letting this get the better of you. It's going to bring you down. It's going to exhaust you. And again, that's saying something because it's hard to exhaust you as an ox person. And I feel this is an emotional thing because you're so emotionally invested in these things, and mentally because you're so equipped to be that thinker mind and to think your way through things as slowly as it needs to be, as steady as you can be. That again is taking its toll. So not only physically and emotionally, but also mentally, it's all exhausting right now. It's going to drain you and pull you down, and that's that pig there coming in. This pig, you're going to get stagnant, whether it's a sickness, an illness, a loss of motivation or will, or you can change that though. You can change that. You can push through it, and you will. It just might take a couple of days to do it. As I always say, I mean, this is kind of sort of what you're looking at now. I mean, forget the horse there. We already know you've run yourself into a rut. You've run yourself into a place where you're stuck. But we've got these two catalyst cards coming into play here. Okay, yes, one is your opposite, and yes, they're both negative, and the rabbit would have been far better than these two. But if we're going to have a catalyst, we may as well make the most of it. Change is coming. You're not going to like it. It's going to be a bit infuriating to put up with it, and you may just have to compromise on that, I'm afraid. Negotiation is going to be your kind of saving grace here. Compromise, negotiate, communicate, try to understand another person's perspective of where they're coming from. Don't look at it from your point of view. Look at it from an overall point of view of everybody's perspective, if you can. Because you're going to get yourself stuck right in this rut otherwise. You've got this pig here that's already giving you a bit of a hiccup, and I do think that this is going to affect your health in the long run, and nobody needs that. Nobody wants that. You can turn this around, though, just by kind of just sort of meditating on it, reflecting on it, looking at this again from different angles. It's the best way to go about this, I feel. Try and get yourself some different perspectives. Ask people, ask questions, get involved, put your hand up, raise your voice, shout a little bit if you have to. If you don't know what's going on, ask. If you don't know the answer to the question, ask or learn it. Doesn't matter. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You go as slowly as you need to go, you're going to cross the finish line. But right now, you're not that close to it. There is a finish line, but it's a long way off. But you'll get there. Slow and steady always wins the race, as they say. And you are very capable at being slow, because being slow means you're still moving, so you're not stopped. So try not to, just try not to stop and be prepared for the waves. Prepare for the waves that are going to come and hit the ship, I guess. And we'll see if it's strong enough. See if you are prepared. We'll see next week when we come back and we do another reading for the Ox people. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, leave a comment below. We'll be back tomorrow with the rabbit and the tiger reading. So if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button. Do leave a comment if there's any questions or anything you want to say. It does help the channel and I do appreciate the feedback. Until next time, guys, I will see you then. Much love and peace.